Welcome to the JCPS MTSS training on the Teacher Clarity Toolkit with a focus on the How You'll Practice concept mapping. I am Melissa Logston, MTSS Engagement Resource Teacher with Elementary Zone 3.
Hello, I'm Matt Traskus, MTSS Engagement Resource Teacher with the High School Zone. Please take a moment to type in the case-sensitive bit.ly into your web browser. This will allow you access to the links as well as a slide deck for future reference.
Here you will see the 6 components that make up the MTSS department or multi-tiered systems of support. MTSS focuses on overall school improvement by aligning resources and support for both teachers and students. We provide multiple levels of support for learners that address academic, social, emotional, and behavioral needs, and produce professional development that is aligned with schools and the district as a whole. JCPS has 3 departments within MTSS, as shown on this concept map. MTSS Academics, directed by Donna Lawson, supports schools by ensuring teachers are providing all students with academic supports, with a focus on Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions and support. MTSS Behavior Department, directed by Sandra Hensel, supports schools in implementing school-wide behavior systems and frameworks, including positive behavior interventions and supports, PBIS, and the Behavior Support System Model, which is an alignment of PBIS and restorative practices. Our department is the MTSS Engagement Department, directed by Dr. Naomi Brahim. The goal of the MTSS Engagement Department is to increase student achievement by equipping teachers with high-yield pedagogical practices to maximize student engagement. 6 MTSS toolkits were created to provide resources for Tier 1 instructional practices to increase student engagement and reduce student behaviors. Here are the 6 MTSS toolkits. By clicking the toolkit image, you will access the MTSS department webpage and each toolkit. Teacher Clarity focuses on where students are going in their learning, how they are progressing, and where they will go next. The success criteria for this high-yield practice is when teachers utilize concept mapping to explain information to students in a logical and coherent manner. Concept mapping refers to the provision of a context for lesson content, where it fits into a larger picture. When teachers call students back to prior learning, discuss learning targets, and ask for real examples, they're helping to build a context that effectively creates a concept map. Today, we will learn different ways to utilize concept mapping and the benefits of using concept mapping. Here is a video taking us through the process of creating an effective concept map.
How to create a concept map. What is a concept map? A concept map is a visual way to organize thoughts and make connections between ideas. How can I use a concept map? You can use a concept map to brainstorm and organize ideas, create an outline for an assignment, or test your knowledge in review for exams. How do I make a concept map? By following these 7 steps. Step 1. Start by identifying the main topic and brainstorm everything you know about it. Use all relevant content from lectures, texts, and other course material. Step 2. Organize your information into main points. Step 3. Start creating your map. Begin with your main topic, then branch out to major points and supporting details. Step 4. Review your map and look for more connections. Use arrows, symbols, and colors to show relationships between ideas. Step 5. Include details. Definitions, equations, and diagrams are all useful. Step 6. Analyze and improve your map. Ask yourself, how do these ideas fit together? Have you made all necessary connections? Is the map accurate, logical, and detailed? Step 7. As you learn more, update your concept map to reflect your better understanding. Try talking out loud about your concept map. Ask yourself, can I describe the connections between these ideas? Following these 7 simple steps will allow you to create a concept map to help you study. For more information, get in touch.
In reviewing the video, there are 7 key steps for creating a concept map. First, identify the topic that is being studied, and then brainstorm all possible ideas around it. Next, organize the information thematically. Third, create the map with the main topic in the center. Next, you want to review for connections. Following that, you need to amplify your map with extra details. Next, it's time to question your map and determine if you are making the appropriate connections. And then you want to dive deep into those connections in order to create a more understanding of the topic. A few key points to consider, though. Concept mapping works best if students have some surface knowledge. Concept maps are also most effective when co-constructed with students and the teacher. They are also a visual display that enhances reading comprehension. For this presentation, we are going to present 3 types of concept maps. One that displays learning, intentions, and success criteria, another for content, and finally, one engaged in the PLC process. One way to utilize concept mapping is through learning intentions and success criteria. This communicates learning with students and allows them to take ownership while making connections. Here's an example from an elementary school. And here is a secondary school example making those connections with learning intentions and success criteria. Another way to utilize concept mapping is through content. This shows students how their learning is connected. This example provides for a visual making connections with natural resources. When using concept mapping with learning intentions, success criteria, and content, remember, it is most effective when it is co-created with your students. You can also utilize the concept mapping process with your PLC as a planning tool. Concept maps can be used for part of the planning within the PLC process, like in this example here. You can also create a concept map for planning a lesson or a unit with your PLC. Take a moment to reflect on these questions. What are the benefits of using concept mapping? Also, how can you utilize concept mapping in the 3 areas we discussed earlier: learning intentions and success criteria, content, and in PLCs? In any classroom, the teacher must be aware of the cultures present within that classroom. The use of concept mapping is an excellent way to teach students of diverse backgrounds through collaboration, visual learning cues, modeling, and scaffolding. All of these lead to a greater mastery of content. In classrooms where ECE students are present, concept maps are an excellent way to lead students to making connections with the content, enhancing their clarity, and scaffolding their learning. Concept maps also provide cues for learners who struggle in seeing the big picture of where their learning fits in. For PBL or deeper learning project, concept maps can be utilized in the early stages as a way to remind students of what else needs to be done in regards to their project, or to enhance the connections between the school content and the project experience. We've provided you with a planning tool that can be utilized in your PLC to assist you in implementing concept mapping in your classroom instruction. Thank you for joining us to learn more about concept mapping. For more information about the MTSS Toolkits and other high-yield pedagogical practices, please visit our website.